We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. And off we go from South Florida. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Down the sideline, inside the 25. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. An even 40 yards. And the Broncos 1st down. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he's in! R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will take a 7-0 lead. Touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. All right, go ahead, go. Ready.
The lefty right to the air to start. The throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the game, and that's good for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
This right side is caught by Hill. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with a 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, 2. Corner, long. We got to switch it up.
From the gun, here's Tua. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On first down, that's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he will score! Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. On now, Cade York for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Moving to his right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. He's across midfield, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Second and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Broncos.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, this is Harvey. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He was brought down by 8. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Here's a second and 6. Again, it's Harvey. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they come up to face 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take this one in.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play. Tua to Tyree. It's a gain of 34.
31-yard line.
Wait, Chief! Wait!
Two and out on first down. Rushed to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up. Ready, Chief!
A shotgun snap for Tua. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
44. Ready. Out!
HN will take this in for a Dolphins touchdown.
No mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. He'll get about two. Dax Hill up from the secondary to end the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second and 7. To throw is Nix. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's third and 7. Throwing is Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, like just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Kenneth Grant in there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second and 8. Draw play here for Harvey. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
Third and long. Kirk is the motion man. Nix from the gun on third down. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And a good short tackle right there. and stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Nick's gonna throw for it. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's gonna be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
And he will get into the end zone. Come on, Etienne. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from the pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It's 3rd and 4. Back to throw is Nix. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get set. Ready, team. Wait there. 20 TX. Long. Out.
Now a first down throw for Tua. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Ready. Ready, team. 21 G.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Looking underneath for Achane. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 3rd and 2.
Go ahead. Out.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
What a luxury, Mike, right? I mean, to have a guy like this that you know when you need these tough yards, you can just turn around, hand him the ball, and let him go get it. He's had some success already here in the first half, and that's a nice run to keep this drive going.
That one into the hands of Hill. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. 1st and 10.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Go, go, go. Ready.
Throwing is Tua. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes White. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Once again, it's Achane. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 2.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On the draw with Achane. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Back to throw is Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 3rd down. Tagovailoa. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And back deep is Marvin Mims. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
20-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught right side, it's Franklin. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
Dropping the middle of the clear inside zone. This, but you don't want to see him all. You want to see him all, but you honestly saw him like this.
Go ahead. Ready, team.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ready. Set.
Tua, give it to Achane, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Ready.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, caught by Tyreek. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the gun, here's Tua. The outside, that's caught by Hill. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Go ahead. Ready, team. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Down Miami.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. With timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Play action now. It's Nix. Moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off. And Nix with a wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Gun, that is a run with Harvey. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The former Nittany Lion, Chop Robinson. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. A second down throw for Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on third down. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come fourth down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up first and goal.
They try to set up the screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Second down. Nix. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. A little uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not.
And he's into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. With a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. He'll be back up now to start this drive.
They're on the 5-yard line.
This is Jalen Wright. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back on the ground and back to Wright. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Miami.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
2 and out on first down. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 17 yards that time to number 17.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go ahead. Time out 3, kick.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3.
Hey, time out 2.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got his man right side. It's complete. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Hey, 21, TA.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. Here's a shot toward the end zone, and that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 46-yard attempt.
York's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Out breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Denver first down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he takes off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Kirk is the motion man. A first down throw for Nix. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Nix to the air again on second down. And he gets rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Nix, escaping the pressure right. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Third and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. Sub ends up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort to come away with the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.